Hi, I'm Raquel, and this is Law Librarian Plans. Today, I'm going to be decorating my social media spread using the Fall Element Sticker Book by Live Love Posh. Let's get started. All right, so I love this book. I love all the fall books. That's my thing. I'm a fall person, and I love all the fall books. So yeah, there we go. So I have used a bit of it so far, but there's one set, actually the cover set here with the dark green that I have not used yet. So I thought I would use that today. I think it's at the end of the book. Is that it? No, it's not. Oh, that's funny. I thought that was it. Oh, it's partial yet. Okay, never mind. Um, but I kind of like these green colors and the pinks and the that mustardy color. So I thought that would be fun. But it looks like these. No, that's definitely a different color scheme. Okay, I just want to make sure. So I'm going to start with functional elements because that's always the most important thing here. I want to leave the top row for the end, but I'm going to look at the boxes because I'm going to need boxes to go in these spaces. And I'm trying to think what I did last week. I'm going to look here. Okay, so I did stagger the boxes last week, so I'm going to try to do a whole row of boxes this week and then decorate around them. So let me get this back in place because I see that it shifted. And to prevent it from happening again, I'm going to grab this piece of washi that I used for holding the pages for another spread and just keep that there. And that way I know it is in the frame for you. So let me start by looking at my notes and figuring out where exactly I need boxes and which boxes I need. So on Wednesday, I need a double box. I'll put it like so. And then think I don't think I need any other double boxes. I think I'm good. So I'm going to use one of these single boxes here. And I'm also going to use the gray. I'll put this one like so here. And then that gray color can go here. I think kind of hard to like figure this out. This is a weird week because 2 of the 7 days, 7 days, yeah, 7 days that I'm posting, I already have my spreads done. Those are things that I had to do early to be able to, you know, meet the month head on, and that's my work and goals spreads, which I'll share with you later this week. I don't believe I did videos for either one of those, or rather, those were videos from the week when I was having technical difficulties, and so I ended up not posting at all. Not doing any YouTube videos. I think I did one, and the rest of them I had to scrap. So okay, so now let me look at the colors one more time, because I get the sense. Okay, there we go. Oh, there is pink. All right, well, let's do this because I'm going to drive myself nutty trying to think of these things. I'm going to grab that. And yeah, that's definitely a completely different set with the bright orange. Wow, bright orange. But there is pink, so I can use a pink box here. Oh, and there's smaller boxes too. Now I'm realizing that. Didn't quite catch on to that earlier. So the pink is a little bit brighter than the pink that is here, which is kind of a bummer. Oh, but there's this maroon. Okay, so there's a maroony color too. Okay, so I can use some of the maroon boxes. All right. So Thursday I need a small box. I think all I need are small boxes from here on out. So I'm gonna put it here. I think I'm gonna put it sort of really parallel to that one. I don't know why these boxes give me so much trouble putting boxes in here. It shouldn't be that hard. It's a box, it's a straight line, but somehow it is a struggle. All right, so there we go. And then Friday, also a small box, and we're gonna go back to our gray, I think. Uh, or do I go to the green? I could go to the green. I'll go to the green. Wait, now let me think. No, the gray. I'm going to the gray. I'm gonna use a smaller box. And this time I'm gonna put it down here. And then Saturday, also a small box. And we're gonna do that orangey color again. Except I don't really want to use up all the small boxes. So let's do that. I'll come up with something else to add. I usually do. Okay, so let's see right there, kind of centered, mostly centered. And then Sunday, also a small box, and we'll do the gray again. And there were other small boxes somewhere. So, oh, I can do the maroon too. No, but I want to do the gray because I'm trying to do the brighter colors in between the darker colors. So let me see. Yeah, I can use this gray box, which is the same size as the other gray box. So I'm just fooling myself. Fooling myself. Okay, so I'll use this one. And we're going to put it on the top or near the top. Okay. All right, so there's that. Next, this book has quotes. So I'm going to see if there's a good quote that I want to use here. I kind of love the idea of this long one. Maybe I will use that. I absolutely hate how hard it is to get these off. Look at that. It's much easier to... Oh, wait a minute. Ha! It's 2 stickers. Very fun. Okay. I'm going to put Hello Autumn. Autumn has moved in a little bit faster than I thought. Like all of a sudden we kind of skipped a little bit of the temperature change on yesterday actually. Was it yesterday or the day before? The day before. So we were having, good temperatures, like, lower, like 70s and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, temperature dipped and then it dipped some more. And yesterday morning, it was in the 30s in the morning. So Hello Autumn can go right here, like so. There. Great. And then we're going to wait until we're done. We might put a quote on the sidebar here. Oh, they're duplicated. Interesting. Should have noticed that before, but I didn't. Oh, look at that. This reminds me of those signs that people put outside their houses. Kind of neat. All right, let's start decorating then. So we're going to let's start with these pretty apples in a basket. And part of the reason why I wanted to sort of scatter these things the way it is. And see, I'm already going to have to move that sticker. So, and after well, let me trim first. And then after I trim, I can see how bad it is, how much I actually have to move. So I'm going to trim the bottom of this so that the apple basket is really sitting on there. And yeah, I'm going to have to move it. So what else do I need to do? I need to trim from this side. You can see I've been using the scissors a lot in this planning sesh. This is my 3rd spread that I'm decorating today. So let's see. And I don't need to trim it on this here, but since I'm already going, I might as well. And then the last thing I'm going to trim is I'm going to trim here on the... I'm going to trim on this side too. because I may need to put this off center in order for it to work. And so we're gonna from here, from there, and then trim across the top. If I can do this without having, oh, there goes my trimmings. If I can do this without having to move that box, that's even better. If I have to move it, I have to move it. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm going to have to put it off center because even with the trimming, it's going to fall on the green box. So, and this one needs to be moved, so that's okay. We can do it. And I still went over the edge, so that I also expected to happen. But let's see, even with the trimming. Okay, but this is now all set. Okay, so there we go. That's one. Look at all the trimmings fall off my scissors. Might as well take the rest of them off since sometimes I have to trim a lot. Okay. All right, so next, I'll go back to our sheet. And those oranges are kind of bugging me because they're not really anything related to this color scheme. They're related to a different color scheme. Well, there's a little bit of it. So this one can go here very nicely with some trimming. So let's do that. Again, I have probably 6 pairs of scissors in this room. I know exactly where they are. But these are the ones that I tend to use the most because A, they're next to my filming desk, but B, because they're short and have very large finger holes. So I can put my fingers all the way through very comfortably. I mean, I can do it with all of them, but comfortably with these and have better control when I'm doing this kind of thing. So it gives me a little bit better control of the scissors and cutting and stuff. So see. All right. Fussy cutting is not my favorite thing to do, but I end up doing it a lot to make things work. And we're going to trim the top. All right. I actually had a set of stickers I was going to use for another spread, and then I realized, oh my god, these all need to be fussy cut because they were printables. And I don't know if at the time I downloaded the Cricut files or not, or the PNGs or whatever it is. But I was like, yeah, no, not trimming. I'm not doing that much fussy cutting today because I knew I was going to have to do some here. And see, I'm going to have the same issue. I'm going to have to move. So it's a little bit off kilter. I'm going to have to move that sticker. You know what? Nope. Don't care that it overlaps. So there, it's perfectly good. All right. So we filled that up. Then, see, I have some floaty things here, which is great. So some things that I can easily put and float. So I'm going to take Once Upon a Fall, this one, which is a book. We're going to use it here. And again, more fussy cutting. I know how to pick them, I tell you. But at least I knew I wasn't fussy cutting all those fitness stickers. So, and they're great too. So I got to figure out, I got to either reprint the sheet that has the 10 million stickers because they're big ones that don't really work in my planner, and then there's smaller ones, and the smaller ones is the ones that I would have had to basically fussy cut probably 20 or more stickers. I don't think I'm going to get to that number here. I hope I don't get to that number here. Notice how quickly I changed my mind and my confidence about whether I'd have to do it or not. So, all right, more sticker bits to put on the side of the table. And now this one can go here. Again, a tiny bit of overlap won't hurt, although I will trim all of the white from the top so that when it overlaps, it's only the green overlapping. Nope, and I also have to cut it from the side. So I didn't fussy cut that well enough and left a tiny bit of the white paper, and in order for this to overlap with the green and not look horrible, gotta lose that white paper. So there we go. Okay, that's perfect. And then this is great. I have some very large elements left. So then we'll put, this is gray, not green, but that's okay. I think I'm going to put this planner on top. Oh no, I don't really want the planner on top. Maybe I'll put, la la la. It really doesn't have to be something that matches, to be quite honest with you. Apple spice. I love that. There's a bottle of perfume called apple spice. Because that's exactly what every girl wants to smell like. Or maybe you do. I don't know. You know, you do you. And if, it's something that your person loves, or guys, I mean, I don't know who's watching. That's something your person loves. Go for it. Not for me. Okay. And then, last I have to put something on top of this because it's looking very lonely. And I think I'm going to put a boot on top of it. A boot. Maybe not, because the boots are very tall, even if I trim it. Well, maybe not. Okay, let's see. Let's do the fast trim version of this and see what happens. Fast trim, just to trim just the top and the bottom, instead of cutting the whole way around, because I don't think I need to. In fact, I know I don't need to. Let's see. Ah ha ha, look at that. Perfect. All right, so we filled the boxes on the top. Now we can go crazy and put stickers all over the bottom. And somehow I want this one. So then I want to put the backpack, which is the other huge one. What I'm gonna trade places because okay, and none. Bending my page, which I don't love to do. Okay, so let me grab this one. And I wasn't going to do the lines. And I think I'm still not going to do the lines. Okay, like so. Okay, there. And then this one here. And this one definitely needs some trimming because it's so large. Okay, let's see. Okay. That one fits there now. Actually, didn't need to trim it. It just looked very, very big all of a sudden. All right, then we have our record, which I think kind of fits nicely next to the record player. Okay. Usually I don't like to like combine things, like put things that are similar next to each other, but I kind of like it there. And then we'll put the planner here. And we're not going to use up this page. There's not a chance we're using up this whole page. I have a candle, but I want the candle to sort of sit there. I kind of don't want those two things next to each other. So I think oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to move the sweater and the backpack again. Or rather, the backpack for the first time, the sweater for the second time. I can be so indecisive sometimes. And this is this is not a happy, this is a Kelua plan vertical. And what I love about her planners is that the paper is very forgiving. Will let me do stuff like this without tearing the paper or the sticker, especially if I'm patient. So, and I just realized what the error of doing that is, but I'm just gonna not bother. So I'm gonna have two beige things next to each other, which I don't really want, but I'll put this backpack over here like so. That way I ate up some room, but I left some room here for something if I want to. And I really don't want to put the purse down either. So, okay, never mind. Let's do the journal. Do I want to do the journal? I want more small things, I think. I have the cinnamon rolls and the cinnamon. I have the pie. I really want to use that purse though. I just won't put it next to it. I just will put it over here. So I'm going to put the purse here so I remind myself to use it there. Um, then, then, can I fit this moth here? Can, or rather butterfly, but it doesn't really fit. Just I can just stick it there and ignore all the edges. Kind of want this coffee thing. And here I don't care if it goes off the edge. Trim, trim, trim. So they're next to each other, but there's no extra white paper, or not as much of it anyway, from the other sticker. Right, there we go. Put this one here. Okay, and then we have the other boot. A boot. I'll put the other boot over here. I'm gonna cut the bottom of it so I can put the boot flat on the. Oh my gosh! Now I'm having little bits of paper sticking to me from all those fussy cuts. See if I can get them off my fingers and onto the edge of the desk. Okay, there we go. Put the boot here. Oops, at the front edge too. Like so. Okay. Then I really like these things, these various elements. I think I have to go with the journal because it's that pale color, and then the pale color of the shoes or the plate of cinnamon rolls or whatever else. It's just kind of too much for me. So let's see, trim. And I'm trimming off camera just because it lets me go a little bit faster because I can see it better. Because. All right. So I hope you are having a good day today. Today is Saturday. My main goal today is to get all my videos done. And then tomorrow I can work on getting them ready to be posted. And I already did a grocery shop. Very counterintuitive, but I actually haven't meal planned yet. And the reason for that is that we were out of pretty much everything for breakfast. So I wanted to get breakfast food here. And then I'm going to actually go and figure out what's in my fridge and freezer and then meal plan from there. And if I still need more stuff, then I can do another grocery shop tomorrow. So I get my groceries delivered. We're in an era where we need that convenience. So, but if I need more stuff, I probably will actually pay an annual membership. Very inexpensive. It's our local supermarket to have my groceries delivered. So my groceries are covered, and uh, yes, there's tipping and all that. But again, it has to be when it makes sense to you. If it never makes sense to you, it's fine. For me, I don't drive. I have a license, but I don't drive. And my husband sleeps. Uh, my husband, I don't like to inconvenience him too much because he is ill. And so for me, getting my groceries delivered in this era of my life makes sense. I've had groceries delivered since I want to say 2000 and That doesn't sound right. 2009 is not right. 2000 probably. Um, because again, I don't drive, and at that time, that was the first time I moved into an apartment that was on a second floor without an elevator, and I wasn't going to be carrying very very steep stairs too. Oh my gosh, I remember that. I wasn't going to be carrying bags of groceries up and down the stair, up the stairs. So I said, you know what? This is a new service. I'm gonna take advantage of it. So I have a lot of stuff left on this page, but I really don't have a lot of room. I want to put the cinnamon sticks here. And what I'm going to do is I'm not only going to trim that sticker, but I'm also going to cut it up and make it into at least into two stickers. So I'm going to fussy cut this in front of my face. So I apologize for not showing you that just now, because I'm going to cut the one stick that I want to separate from the other two. Okay. So now I have two stickers. So I separated the two pieces, and now I can fussy cut the rest of this, fit it into that space. Okay, so I have the single stick, and then I'm going to fussy cut this other separate piece. So I'm trying to preserve the edge of the sticker because that's what, you know, it looks like the thing. If I take out the edge of the sticker, then it's going to look like a brown blob, but this helps quite a bit. All right, I just finished fussy cutting a little bit more. And does it fit here like so? Oops, on top. Yep, there. And this one can go here. So see, don't be afraid to cut up your stickers. I do this all the time to fit things in places where I want them. So, okay, we are done with the functional on the bottom and the deco. Now it's time to add some dots on the top. So we're going to go back to the page. And now that orange is not, that bright yellow is looking less of a outlier. It's still very much of an outlier, but okay. Oops. Ooh, this one came down. Oh wow. The sticker came off with the paper backing. So I don't know if I can, I will salvage it, but not right now. All right, I'm gonna sit that there. Oops, where's that page? Okay, let me get another one of those. I'm gonna place the orange ones first. And I think I may use more deco because I can. So we'll see. So this one goes here. These are very large. See what I mean about the sticker pieces of sticker? I wouldn't be surprised if I find it in my hair later on or something else. But okay. So two greens. Okay, one over here. One over here. And then two grays. Oops. Gray. It's not gray. It's like a, well, it is gray, but it's more, it's has a greenish undertone to me. Or maybe I'm just imagining it because of the green stickers next to it. Oh, look, more paper stick pieces of paper. Okay. One here. And one here. Oh, I see what I just did. Ah, I reversed the color. See, they're similar enough. I'm not kidding you. I started with gray, not with green. So gray, green over here. Here. I'm trying to match the boxes, not the decorative elements, since I'm using all the colors all over the place. And then same here, here, here. I have the lights on. I have a lot of lights on, and I still have trouble seeing the colors well. It's my older eyes. I have older eyes. Not hungry eyes, just older eyes. Eyes of a woman in her late 50s. All right, and then we're gonna find the red, that dark red. Okay, I find it in the book, and the paper tried to come off again. It happens. Okay, so there's that. Now I need a box here, a quote, and then we're gonna do the purse. And the purse is not gonna be in the bottom because I don't want it next to that other thing. So which color? Since I only have one of that red, I think I'm gonna use that dark red box. I'm gonna use a dark red box here, like so. And I think I'm gonna put it in the middle. And then I'll put a quote on the bottom and the purse on the top, maybe. Maybe that's what I'll do. Okay, so I'll put the red here, and then the purse can be on top of the red box. Okay, and then a quote. Okay. Oh, that's another very long sticker. Happy fall, y'all. Oh, I think I like that. Hello, fall, and happy fall. Okay, yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, and then I'm going to use more of these stickers because I have them and I want to use them. So I think that butterfly that I moved fits perfectly over here. I call it a moth. You're not a moth. You're a butterfly. Pretty, pretty butterfly. I'm going to use, I want to use all the butterflies. I'm not sure I want to use all the butterflies. And the more I think about it, the less I want to do what I was going to do. So I think I'm going to put this butterfly back. And, oops, there. I think it falls there. Maybe that doesn't go there. And, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I think we are exactly where it needs to be. So we're going to put this sheet back and stand up and take a quick peek and see where we are. So we don't have to use up all the stickers. Sometimes I do, but not for this one. This one is exactly where it needs to be. Let's take a look. All right. Yes, I think we're done. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.